All right, today we're going to take a look at the Gerber Everyday Carry. I'm not going to go too much into this. I already did a video about this knife. It's my everyday carry. I've used it for years. It's easy to close, easy to open. And if you want a more in-depth review of this, please check out that video. I'll link it below. But today we're here to talk about the Ghost TI from Gear Fusion. This is a new everyday carry knife that's making the rounds on the internet, and so I decided to get one. This is the rose gold color, and it's very well made. I would say almost exceptionally made. It's extremely light. Compared to this one, I can tell you, you would almost not even know that it's in your pocket. And it comes with several, I'll say, interesting features. So the first one is this one here. It's just a simple triangle. You can put a lanyard or something on it, or a ring, put it on your keychain. I don't tend to do that with my knives, so I just put them in my pants pocket. The other thing is it has a small magnet here on the back, so if you want to attach it to something metal, you just click it on there and it stays no problem. So after you unbox this, I can tell you the biggest challenge you're going to have is learning how to get the blade out. So on this one, you can see you can do it simple one-handed open and shut. And you can do that on here, but it takes a little bit of work. Not that it's difficult, it's just you have to do something very, very specific in order to get this blade out. And that's part of the safety features of this, so that it doesn't accidentally come out and, cut you or be unsafe. And so the feature that you have to do in order to get this blade out is this. So there's a little notch right here that corresponds. If you flip it around, you'll see that there's the notches in the utility blade. And then there's a notch here that holds the blade in place, in addition to the part of the magnet here. So that keeps the blade from coming out and being unsafe. But that's also what you have to undo in order to get the blade out. So you'll watch the video on their website, and the guy's like sliding this thing in and out like it's no problem, because he's learned how to do that. And the way that you do that is this part right here, specifically this piece, is a lever. You would think that it's this way and you push it in. That's not it. All right. There's a very specific way you have to hold this in order to make it work. So you actually have to push this lever that way. So it has to go like this. So when you're holding it in your hand, in order to make this work, you have to put your index finger underneath that lever and push up. So you got to push it this way towards you. And in the same motion, use your thumb to slide the blade up. So the mistake I made was I wasn't pushing this lever far enough, and you really got to push it up. All right, so when you push it up, you can see it slides very easily. And then if you hear that click, that's the click of this part clicking into the notches in the utility blade. So you can put it in this slot or that slot, depending on how far out you want the blade to come. And that's all you need to do to deploy the blade. But it is going to take some playing around with it to make it as smooth as I showed you, or they show you on the video. And then to retract it, all you have to do is pull up on that lever, and gravity just pulls it right back down in, and it's locked. And that's it. So again, push up on the lever, and at the same time slide with your thumb. And if you don't hear that click, just either push it back or slide it until you hear that click, because that's the safety mechanism, making sure the blade doesn't move while you're using it. And that's it. So that is the Ghost TI from Gear Fusion. And I will say that depending on the color you pick, I think there's black, silver, this color, which is rose gold, and the burnt orange, which is what I really love. They don't call it that, but that's the color that I like. That one's sold out, but this will run you between 50 and 58 bucks. So not cheap by any stretch for an everyday carry. This one sells on Amazon now for about $13. This one will set you back quite a bit more than that. Is it a good knife? Yes. Is it light and thin and has a great form factor and great function? Absolutely. So I'm going to be using this as my everyday carry for a while and test it out. But I expect this to be pretty exceptional. And I think I'm going to hang on to it. And if that other color becomes available, I might get a second one. But thanks for watching the video. If you got any questions or comments, put them down below, and I will see you on the next one.